Hello guys, nice to see you today. Because you damaged my first video with that stupid noise. Hello guys, nice to see you today. Today is a really wonderful day to learn a new thing, and we're going to talk about present perfect today. It's one of the most complicated, difficult, and hard to understand part of grammar. But today we will try to make it as easy as possible. Now, the first thing to make this easy, as I want you to understand, is I'm going to give you an example to look at. James is looking for his keys. He has lost it. Now, he has lost his keys. Now, this is a present perfect example. Has lost. Now, let's look at that particular word. He has lost his keys. Now, we are talking about he lost his keys sometime in the past and he still cannot find it. And in this situation, it is a way to make you understand that present perfect is used to talk about something that probably happened in the past and it is affecting the present. It has an influence on the present. Well, this is just an example. Now we're going to talk about the structure of present perfect. Now, how to make questions with present perfect, how to talk with present perfect, and when to use present perfect. So guys, let's talk about the structure of a present perfect. The first thing we have to know is with present perfect we use had or has plus participles. Now, for very fast understanding, I try to make you understand participles. Now, it means the participle of a verb. And for example, a regular verb, you just have to add ed to a participle. For example, finished, finished, finished. So the third form of the verb is the participle. So the participle of this verb, or let's say the past participle of this verb will be, this is the verb and this is the past tense, and the past participle would be finished as well. Finished. And that is a regular verb. But for an irregular verb, we have eat, ate, eaten. So it's not regular, it has different types of changes. So this is the verb, the past simple, and this is the past participle of eat, eaten. Alright, I hope that has already helped you a little bit. Let's go back to the structures. Now, have or has plus participle. Now, when do we use have? We use have when we have a person that is I, you, we, they. It means when you want to say I, you have to use have, like I have done something, or you have done something, or we have done, or they have done. Now let's quickly take a quick example. Now we're going to talk about using it for a positive sentence, like I have painted my room. Now I have painted my room is a positive sentence. So we have I first, then we have the present perfect statement, then we have the object, which is my room. Now, this is how to make positive sentence, and this can be anything here. It can be you have painted your room, or we have painted our room, or they have painted their room. Now, when do we use has? We use has when we have it, he, or she. For example, maybe my friend, he has painted his room. Now, if you remember, I told you when we have regular verbs, the past participle ends with an ed. That is why we have paint. Paint is a regular verb, and the past participle of paint has an ed, so we have painted. The same thing here. He has painted his room. Now, let's look at some examples with irregular verbs. For example, we have seen this movie. If we look at this example, just like the one we talked about with painted, this is an irregular verb, which is see. And see, we have see, saw, and sing. So we have the third form of see, which is sing, as the participle in our sentence, which makes us understand that we are talking about a present perfect. And now, in this situation, we can also have she has seen the movie. Alright, so the same situation, when we want to use has, we use it, he, or she. So we have she has seen the movie. Now let's talk about negative question with present perfect. Now when we have present perfect and we want to talk about, when we talk about negative, it means we talk about something that is not positive, right? So let's take an example you would understand right now. I have not seen this movie. It means this is a negative statement because we have not seen. Have not, it means it's like a bad situation, like really not negative for you. So I have not. And there is a short form of doing this. Instead of talking for too long or saying I have not seen this, you can just say he hasn't seen this movie. Right, so hasn't, and we can also have haven't. So this hasn't means has not. He has not seen this movie. Now this is how we make negative sentences with present perfect. Now the last one we will talk about in terms of the structure of present perfect would be talking about questioning. How do you make a question with present perfect? Alright, this is what we're going to do. The basic rule of grammar, when you want to make a question, you need to have this one first. So I can just ask my friend a question, or I can ask myself, let's say, have you seen this movie? And then don't forget your question tag, but I don't have space for that. But don't always forget your question tag if you're asking. But the most important thing is, have has to come first. Have you seen this movie? Now the same thing goes for has. Maybe you want to ask somebody about another person. You say, has she seen this movie? And now we have space for the question tag. You see that, has she seen this movie? So we have that have you plus the participle, has plus the person, she plus the participle, this movie. Well, so now the next thing we're going to talk about will be, how do we use present perfect and when do we use present perfect? Now we have talked about the structure, we should learn how to use it. Alright guys, let's talk about how do we use and when do we use present perfect. Now the first thing we're going to talk about will be using present perfect with actions that stopped recently. And when we talk about actions that stopped recently, we're talking about maybe a few minutes ago or something like that. And we always mainly use the word just in English to make this very clear. Now let's take some of the examples. She has just cooked dinner. It means she just finished doing that. So we say it recently happened, so we use present perfect. She has just cooked dinner. Or we can say he has just played basketball. It means not long ago he played basketball. Maybe that is why he's sweating, or that is why he's tired. But we use present perfect to talk about recently completed actions. Now, let's look at this example. Do you want to go to the restaurant with me? Like somebody's inviting you to the restaurant, and you can just answer, no, I have just eaten dinner. It means you recently ate dinner, and you just have to say, I have just eaten dinner. So we have a present perfect action and we use just to make it show it's a recent action, not long ago. It means you just ate dinner and you don't have space for more food. So we use present perfect for that. Now let's look at the second reason or the second use of present perfect. We use it for results of an action in the past that is important in the present. Now when we talk about an action that happened in the past but important in the present, look at some examples. We have lost our luggages. It means you are like at the airport and you cannot find your luggages, and now you are searching for it. So it means you lost your luggages in the past and now you still don't have your luggages. You cannot find it. You are still searching. So it happened in the past, you lost it in the past, and it has what? It is important in the present. It means now you are still searching for it. Now look at another example. I have cleaned my room. I have cleaned my room. It means my room is always dirty, but now my room is so clean, it's shining. And well, why is my room shining right now? Why is my room so clean? It was because I cleaned it in the past and now it is important for the present. I feel like a clean person because my room is clean. The last example we'll take for this series will be, he told me his name, but I have forgotten. He told me his name, but I've forgotten. It means maybe last week, maybe sometime in the past, you told me your name, but now I don't remember. So it is important in the present. Why? Because I don't remember the name of somebody who told me his name before. Let's look at some more uses. The next one we're going to talk about will be change over a period of time. So we use present perfect to talk about changes that happen over a particular period of time. Now, for example, you have grown since the last time I saw you. It means maybe you saw somebody 10 years ago and it was a little child, maybe your nephew or your niece, and after 10 years, well, the person has to grow. So to give a comment or a compliment to the person, you can just say, you have grown since the last time I saw you. So it's a change that you can see over a period of time. Now, another example is, my English has gotten better since I moved to Australia. It means maybe you moved to Australia, or probably before you moved to Australia, your English was not so good. But after you moved to Australia 2 years ago, and within the period of 2 years, your English has gotten really good. So it is a change that happened over a period of time. It didn't just happen immediately, it happened over time. Okay, the next way we use present perfect is we use it to talk about experience. When we talk about experience, it's what we have done in our life or what has happened to us in our life. So, for example, I have been to France. It means it's an experience in your life. And you don't want to talk about the time, you just want to talk about what you have done, your experience. So, I have been to France. And because we don't really talk about the time, you can tell us how many times. So you can just say, I have been to France probably 3 times. It's possible. You can say that. The next one, he has never traveled by train. So this is also an experience. Somebody that has never traveled by train. It means the person has never enjoyed the luxury of traveling by train. So it is the person's experience. I can say, I have never traveled by sea. It means I have never been in a boat or in something that moves on the sea. So we use present perfect to talk about uncompleted action you are expecting. And that means actions that you are expecting to finish, but it's not finished yet. It means, for example, Jackson has not finished his homework yet. So you are waiting for Jackson to finish his homework so you can go out somewhere, but you have to wait. But at this moment, Jackson has not finished yet. So we use present perfect to talk about that. And another situation can be, the rain hasn't stopped. It means you are waiting for the rain to stop so you can go somewhere, but the rain hasn't stopped. The third one we will look at will be Bill has not arrived yet. It means everybody is waiting for Bill. Bill is the most important guy in the world. But the sad part is Bill has not arrived yet, but people are waiting for him. Now, another way to use the present perfect, we use it to talk about events that occurred before you expected. It means something that happened earlier than you expected. So you didn't expect it, so it just happened faster. For example, I have graduated from the university. Or maybe you wanted to graduate from the university next year, but this year you just graduated very fast. Maybe because you are so intelligent and your university say, okay, this is a certificate, go home. And your mom says, you were supposed to graduate next year, but I said, no, mom, I already graduated from the university. I'm fine. I have graduated from the university. It happened earlier than you expected. The next one, I have finished my work for the week. It means maybe today is Monday and you have to work for 5 days and you have to work till Friday normally, and you finish all your work for the week on Monday. So you can just tell the boss, I have finished my work for the week. Can I go home and not come back again till next week? Or so, something like that. You use present perfect to talk about these events that occurred before you expected. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video about present perfect. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask us. Thank you very much.